Hello, we are going to continue today with multiplying polynomials, section 9.3. The last couple of sections we talked about adding and subtracting polynomials, so now we're going to get to multiply them. Now first, let's talk about what happens when you multiply each of these terms here. X times x gives us x squared. 2x times 3x gives us 6x squared. 6x squared times 7, or times x to the 7th power, gives us 6 times x to the 9th power. You add the powers there, right? Then here, you have to distribute the 5 through the parentheses, right? So we've got 5x plus 20. Same thing here. This is going to be 8x to the 4th power minus 72x. And there you have it there. When we multiply polynomials, we have to use the distributive property to find the product of a monomial and a polynomial. Multiply each term of the polynomial by the monomial. Then this can also be vertically arranged. Okay, so suppose we have 2x times the quantity x plus 2. So let's say we have this figure right here. We want to find the area of this. That means length times the width, right? So that means 2x times x plus 2. That's going to give me 2x times x is 2x squared, right? And then 2x plus 2, or times 2 here, gives me 4x. So that's what I've got in this figure, this diagram. There's 2x squared. And then the 4x's, there are 4 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them. So this just illustrates multiplying the monomial with the polynomial. And I could do that vertically also. Okay, take 2x times 2, and then 2x times x. 2x squared plus 4x. Now, here we have a trinomial multiplied by a monomial. And I'm going to use the distributive property. 3x times x squared gives me 3x cubed. 3x times negative 7x is going to give me negative 21x squared. 3x times 8 gives me 24x. I can do the same thing if I do it vertically. Multiply 3x times 8 gives me 24x. 3x now times negative 7x. That's going to give me negative 21x squared. Then 3x times x squared. That'll give me 3x cubed. So that's the exact same answer that I have from above. This, now I have an even bigger, a polynomial here, and I want to distribute 2xy to the squared, and I've got to distribute that through the parentheses. So first 2xy squared times 3x. Okay, that's going to give me 6x squared y squared. Then I have 2x y squared times minus 8xy. That's going to give me negative 16x squared y cubed. So I'm putting that down here, and then I'm going to continue my polynomial answer. Then the next part, I have to multiply 2xy squared times 5y. Okay, and then that's going to give me 10xy cubed, because 10, 2 times 5 is 10, x, and then y squared times y is y cubed. Then that's going to, this term is going to go down here to this term. And then the last portion to multiply now, 2xy squared times negative 3z. And then that's going to give me negative 6xy squared z. And then I'm going to transfer that down here, the last term, and then here is my final equation to simplify this multiplication in the polynomial. Multiplying binomials. When two binomials are multiplied, the distributive property requires each term in the first binomial to be distributed to each term in the second binomial. So now I've got binomials. Finding the area of a rectangle helps us to see this process. I've got 2x plus 1 times x plus 2. So if I multiply each term, 2x times x is 2x squared. Then I have 2x times 2 is 4x, right? And then 1 times x is just plain x. So 4x plus 1x gives me 5x. And then 1 times 2 gives me 2. Now, this would be another example of the one we just did, okay? I'm going to first take 3x and I'm going to multiply by 2x minus 5. Then I'm going to subtract and take 7, so minus 7 here, minus 7 here, and I'm going to multiply that also and distribute that through 2x minus 5. So now I'm going to use the distributive property to simplify all that. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 5 minus 15x. Minus, now 7 times 2 is 14x. 7 times 5 is, and there's a negative times a negative, gives me 35. Now I can simplify my x's right here. And that's just going to give me, it's negative 15 minus 14. So I'm basically adding the two negative numbers, right? 6x squared minus 29x plus 35. And that's my final answer. Multiplying both polynomials have when both polynomials have two or more terms, using the vertical multiplication format helps to align like terms to be added. So this is the vertical way of multiplying, right? So first I'm going to take negative 2 here, multiply to each of these terms, okay? Negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. Negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. Negative 2 times 3x squared is going to be negative 6x squared. Now I'm going to take my x and distribute it through the equation. So I have 9x, and I'm lining it up with the x's, the x terms. Okay, so 4x times x now, 4x squared. And I'm lining it up with this x squared. Then x times 3x squared gives me 3x cubed, right? And there's no other term up here with that, so I'm going to put it down here, okay? And then I'm going to add these together, or bring them down, okay? Negative 18. Then here this should be plus x, and then minus 2x squared, 3x squared, or 3x cubed, minus 2x squared, plus x, minus 18. This gives us the final answer for this example. Multiplying polynomials, you arrange both factors in descending powers of the same variable, multiplying each term of the multiplier by each term of the multiplicand. So yes, I know that sounds like a mouthful there, okay? But let's take a look at some examples here. Combine like terms in your products, okay? So let's take a look at this. Now, I've got a polynomial and a binomial here. So I'm going to take -2, multiply it by each term. I get -8 here. -2 times -3x is going to be plus 6x. Okay, and then minus 2x squared. And then -2x, or -2 here, times 2x cubed is going to give me -4x cubed. And then I'm going to take 5x now, multiply. That gives me 20x. 5x times -3x is -15x squared. 5x times x squared gives me 5x cubed. 5x times 2x cubed gives me 10x to the 4th power. Now I can combine like terms. I've got -8. 6x plus 20x is 26x. -2x squared minus 15x squared is -17x squared. -4 plus 5 gives me positive x cubed. And then bring down the 10x to the 4th power. And there is my final answer for this example here. Now here is your homework assignment. A good variety right there to help you practice multiplying your polynomials. If you have any questions, please message me. But make sure you do your work neatly and clearly and show all your work for your homework here. All right, thank you, and we'll be seeing you next time.